so we had a very great time at our National Multi-Stakeholder Evidence Forum. The forum provided us opportunity on the first session to discuss and hear from many of our government agencies and departments who are at the forefront of trying to promote evidence use in government. And so we heard reflections from the Ghana Statistical Service. We also heard from the National Development Planning Commission. And most importantly, we had a local level government bureaucrats coming to share their own lessons about how they are trying to promote evidence use. After the first session, we had our own second session where we brought in civil society actors, researchers at the University of Ghana, think tanks, also sharing some of the practice around how they are trying to promote evidence use in government. There were certainly quite a number of highlights for me. The idea that capacity building is still very important, the idea that building relationships and dialogues really can facilitate evidence use. But most importantly, for all of us in our first day was the discussion around how to overcome the constraints of politics and how evidence is actually being institutionalized both at the national and subnational level. On our final day, we really had reflections extracting from some of the lessons we heard from both government agencies and also civil society and research think tanks. And then sort of look at the opportunities and the constraints in the field, in the space of trying to institutionalize evidence use. We also look at what really works and what doesn't work in terms of trying to influence policy bureaucrats to actually use evidence to inform their decision making and so on and so forth. Finally, we had a discussion around where do we go from here as activists. We need to build a community that can continue to advocate, support, promote evidence-informed decision-making practice. And there were a number of paths that we could pursue as a group so that we can continuously have platforms where we can dialogue, we can collaborate, we can strengthen our efforts and bring our resources together to be able to influence the practice of evidence-informed making, particularly at the subnational level where CDD-Ghana is quite very interested and very invested into, because we believe that a lot of the interventions that are being done are concentrated at the national level, and we see a lot more value and opportunity to try and strengthen the implementation part of what our local governments do, and where there are entry points to understand the models of decision making that we can be able to influence around how they implement their policies and programs based on the evidence that is available to them.